mynews.studio.
Blood tests are now diagnosing Alzheimer's earlier, but the question is whether new treatments will actually reach everyone who needs them.
Today's date is June 3rd, 2025. Let's start at the beginning. What makes this new blood test such a significant change for Alzheimer's diagnosis?
The test got FDA clearance in May. It measures amyloid plaques in people over 55 who have symptoms. It's a simple blood draw, costs about $200, and it replaces PET scans, which are expensive and hard to access. That means a lot more people can get checked earlier, potentially millions.
If it's so much cheaper and easier, why aren't all hospitals using it already?
There are a few reasons. Infrastructure is a major one. Not every health system can process these tests or interpret the results right away. Cost is another factor. $200 is less than a PET scan, but it's still a barrier in many places. And some areas just don't have the labs or trained staff.
How reliable is this test? Can it actually predict who will develop Alzheimer's, or does it just show who has plaques?
It detects amyloid plaques, which are linked to Alzheimer's, but it doesn't predict who will develop symptoms. Some people have plaques and never get the disease. Still, it's a much better tool than what we had before.
But these blood tests can do more than just diagnose, right? I've seen reports about tests that track disease progression.
Yes, that's right. Labs at Washington University and Lund University have developed blood tests that measure tau proteins, specifically MTBR tau 243. Those levels match up with disease severity, so doctors can actually stage the disease and predict who might benefit from treatment.
That seems really important for clinical trials. Would this let researchers run trials more quickly?
Exactly. Blood tests make it much easier to find patients at the right stage and enroll them rapidly. That could definitely speed up drug research.
On the topic of drugs, what's the situation with the new Alzheimer's treatment in Europe? Is it widely available?
The European Commission just approved Leqembi, the first EU drug that targets the underlying cause of Alzheimer's. Trials showed it can slow decline by 31% over 18 months, but access is limited. There are strict eligibility rules, high costs, and insurance challenges, so not everyone diagnosed will be able to get it.
Isn't that a problem, though? We can diagnose people earlier than ever, but only a few will actually get treatment.
That's the big concern. We could end up with a two-tier system. Lots of people get an early diagnosis, but only a fraction can access treatment. It raises ethical questions. Should we tell someone they have early Alzheimer's if we can't offer them treatment?
Taking a step back, does this change how we think about other brain diseases like Parkinson's or ALS?
Absolutely. If blood biomarkers work for Alzheimer's, it could inspire similar research in other neurodegenerative diseases. And if drugs like Leqembi show that targeting the root cause can work, it might change how we fund and approach research for conditions like Parkinson's or ALS.
So, where does that leave us? We've got a less expensive, faster way to diagnose Alzheimer's, and a new drug that can slow it down. But access and ethics are still big challenges. Does this feel like a turning point, or just an early milestone?
It's just the beginning, a significant one. The real challenge is making these advances accessible and affordable, and dealing with what early diagnosis means for patients and families.
That's it for today. Blood tests and new treatments are changing Alzheimer's care, but big questions about access and ethics are still on the table.
Thanks for listening. This episode was produced by mynews.studio. You can try it now for free.